Also, we know that as Ibn al-Qayyim, rahimahullah, you know that he mentioned what are the 6 traps of Iblis. What are the 6 levels or the stages that Iblis takes in order to misguide people. Right? So the first one is that he obviously tries to lead him to shirk and to kufr, to disbelief, to make him a disbeliever by making him fall into kufr or making him fall into shirk. This is the first thing, right? This is what he wants to do. If he cannot achieve that, so this person now is a Muslim and he's not going to leave Islam and he's not going to fall into, shirk and kufr, and obviously he has knowledge of Tawheed and what separates Iman from kufr and so on and so forth, he's not going to fall into disbelief. What is the first thing that he wants a Muslim to fall into? It is the issue of innovation, bid'ah. He'll make him fall into innovation in the religion. Why? Because here, this is the best type of misguidance, because you've led this person to believe that he is upon guidance, whereas he's upon misguidance, and he will never know, even perhaps for the rest of his life, that he is upon actual misguidance, right? So this is the best type of deviation that Iblis wants and that he loves the most, right? So if he can't get a person to fall into bid'ah, then he will make him, after that, the third level is make him fall into major sins, right? Drinking, gambling, stealing, fornicating, and so on and so forth. Major sins. He will make them fall into that. If he can't make him fall into major sins, he'll make him fall into the fourth level, which is minor sins, right? Minor sins which he will belittle and not think anything of, right? So, over a lifetime, these sins will build up to be like mountains, because he's belittling the affair of minor sin. And Iblis has obviously trapped him and tricked him into thinking, well, I'm okay, I don't commit major sins, and but small sins, they collect and they gather and they become like mountains. And if you can't get him to fall into major sin or minor sin, then what you will do is to make him occupied in things which are mubah, just merely permissible, right? So he in other words, to preoccupy him away from the righteous beneficial deeds, he'll make him spend his time in things which are of no benefit in the hereafter. They're just permissible things that he preoccupies himself with. This is number 5. And if a person is very, very careful, then he'll move on to the 6th level, which is he will make him to leave a more beneficial deed for a lesser beneficial deed, right? So an example would be, like a scholar, for example, could either do some worship, some nafal ibadah, or he could basically go out, admonish people, teach people, for which the benefit is better. The benefit is greater. So Iblis might whisper to him and say, it's raining outside, and do salatul duha in the house, get some reward. And so he's left a greater deed for a lesser beneficial deed, because that deed is of benefit to him, whereas that other deed is to benefiting more and more people, right? So anyhow,